Hello ladies and gents, Vaz the Viking Vazitron here, this time with my first vid in a series I like to call Carnage on Crisis. I noticed that none of the footage that I posted so far had any action on Crisis, not for the lack of it just so happened that I never posted anything. So I decided to post 3 games in a row. This is the first one of them. The footage you're watching was recorded about 6 months ago, so my playstyle is a bit different from what I'm accustomed to now. I used to be a lot more careful and took my time maneuvering around the map. This also happens to be the first vid that I want to render in 1080p, so let me know what you guys think, if I should stick to 1080p or go back to 720. My character loadout for this round was an AK-47 with double magazines, a Makarov with extended magazines, fragmentation grenades, concussion grenades, and a claymore. My perks are Warlord Pro, Hardened, and Hacker. The reason why I only have Warlord Pro is that while I was leveling up to level 15 Prestige, I didn't bother to get the Pro variants for most of the perks. Oh yeah, and my kill streaks are Care Package, Blackbird, and Dogs. So, without any further ado, let's discuss Crisis. The key to any successful game on this map, be it a team deathmatch, a deathmatch, or any objective type game, is controlling the middle area that I'm occupying right now. The elevated position above the main entrance to the bunker gives you a view of almost the entire beach. However, you will only be able to take advantage of this if you're a good marksman and equipped with the right weapon. Now this doesn't mean that SMGers shouldn't try and take this point. It is an extremely popular route between the 2 parts of the map. The first part of the map, the beach, has 2 rock ledges that seem like excellent defensive positions. Facing from the ocean, you got one on the left and one on the right. You can reach the one on the right by climbing up a ladder, but in my opinion, it's a death trap, and I actually never go up there. Players are so used to people camping up there that the first thing that they do is aim and check if somebody's sitting there at the moment, or toss a grenade just for good measure. At least that's what I do. The rock ledge on the left is a much more viable defensive position. As long as you keep an eye on your back and on the middle area of the map, and don't look too ostentatiously at the doorway in front of the ledge, you should be fine. As to the middle area of the beach, avoid it at all cost. You become an easy target out there for any average marksman. The only time that I see myself using the main area of the beach, the middle one, is when I'm certain that my team has a hold of the elevated position above it. In the second part of the map, you have the 3 buildings, the garage, the villa in the middle, and the building with no roof and a tower. I find that the garage is an excellent place for some showdowns, so long as you have teammates on your open flank. The inside of the villa isn't a bad place to be, so long as you have an SMG. I myself am usually a rifleman, and I find that I'm easily outmaneuvered inside that building. The third building, the one with no roof, is a popular campsite among the less experienced players. They get the fake sense of security from all the machinery that's standing inside of it and think that they can use it as good cover. Players also tend to camp next to the side entrance to the bunker, so beware. The tower at the back of the building with no roof is probably the dumbest campsite that you could ever pick. Unless you're a sniper, you won't see any action there most of the time, unless somebody's really trying to hunt down some campers. And finally, there's the bunker in the middle, which I completely detest. The only thing that gets me going inside there is the B flag on domination. Otherwise, I can play entire rounds without going in there even once. Besides the fact that it has 3 entrances, the bunker proper also has this little catwalk at the very back. It has 2 doorways, which means if you go inside the bunker, you can be ambushed from 5 different directions. When it comes to potential care package drop sites, unfortunately, the choices you get are the obvious ones. I recommend dropping care packages next to the landing craft on the right side of the beach facing away from the sea. That, or next to the building without the roof and with the tower, next to the broken pipe. Just as you saw me do now. Anyways, here I get extremely lucky. After getting dogs myself manually, the care package system awards me with another set of dogs. How lucky is that, guys? So at this point, it's already pretty much game over for the opposing team. I got respawn on the side of the map that I really don't like, so I'm making my way back to my favorite position. There are many ways to reach the ledge overlooking the beach, and I choose one of the most difficult ones, and not practice what I was just preaching a second ago. I decide to go through the bunker, since most of my team is on the left side of the map from me, There's no point in taking the easy route through the villa, since I probably won't encounter any enemies to shoot. And that is the objective of the game, to kill as many people as you can. And I find it counterproductive to compete with my own teammates for kills. But back to the map itself. Do I like Crisis? Yes, I do. I think it's one of the best stock maps in Black Ops. The map caters to pretty much every style of gameplay you can think of. It has long sightlines for snipers and marksmen, small rooms where SMGers and shotgunners can engage at will, and it has quite a few choke points that can be very, very crucial in objective games. Is it a balanced map? That's hard for me to say. I find that in objective games, the team that spawns on the beach will have a difficult time making their way across the map. It's really easy for their adversaries to lock them down by securing positions such as the ledge overlooking the beach, the garage, and the bunker itself. But all in all, team deathmatch is always fun on this map. Oh, and here's the first care package drop site I was talking about. You toss the canister in front of the landing vehicle and hide until it's ready to pick up. Make sure to clear out the area, since it is bound to attract some attention. But you already knew that. Thanks to Warlord Pro, instead of a spy plane, I switch it up and get a Valkyrie. It's not my favorite killstreak reward, but what are you gonna do? It still gets the job done. I immediately steer the rocket in the direction of an obvious target position, and lo and behold, the second rocket launch was more of a safety precaution. I could hear the shooting really close by. And that pretty much wraps up the round. So once again, I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Once again, from Crisis, somewhere in Cuba. Bay of Pigs probably. See ya.